daughter received only 8 years prison sentence. So here, clearly we're talking about Sharia laws actually allowing men to control women, to own women. So as a feminist, I believe that in my country, men are very progressive. I see that how men now are walking in the street toward morality police, towards security forces with open arm and saying that we are ready to die, but we are not going to leave our sisters who are fighting for their dignity. So the society of men are more progressive than the law, the establishment. And that's very, very frustrating that you see that through educational system, we're being told that, hey, you can kill your sister. But now the same men are shouting in the street, like, میمیرم، میجنگم، ذلت نمیپذیرم, saying that we rather die, but not live with humiliation. Because men think that this is an insult to them when the whole world like actually saying us like, this is your culture. Iranian men cannot control themselves. They can get excited if they see women's unveiled, women's hair, women's body. This is an insult to men. And to be honest, I'm very proud of like Iranian men and women now shoulder to shoulder saying that we want to get rid of this religious dictatorship because it's not just an insult to women, this is an insult to men as well. And that scares the Iranian regime.
So you started to really work as a political activist when you weren't a very old teenager, eh? You started writing pamphlets and meeting politically. How old were you when you started doing that? Like you left your village, if I remember the story correctly, you left your small village and went off to school. How old were you when you started to become politically active?
I mean, when you say that you left your village, it just breaks my heart because I got kicked out from everywhere. I never had a choice. I got kicked out from everywhere just because of wanting to have dignity and freedom. First, I got kicked out from high school just because of, spreading pamphlets. Then I got kicked out from my village because it was a scandal. As a woman, I was the first one who got divorced. I was the first one who got kicked out from Iranian parliament. I was the first one who got pregnant before officially being married. And that was a huge scandal, And in my village, I don't have any space to stay because it was not easy for my parents. I was really a scandal for all my family. And then I became a columnist. Oh my God, no, I became a parliamentary journalist. I got kicked out from Iranian parliament just because of exposing the corruption, You receive award if you do that in America. If you publish the pay slips, the salary that the member of the parliament received, you will being, appreciated, you receive award. I got kicked out from Iranian parliament. At the end, I got kicked out from my homeland, Iran, because, I had two options: to stay in my country and impose self-censorship on myself and just stay quiet, or leave Iran and be loud. Jordan, I remember that I was a naughty girl and troublemaker in my village. My mom used to say that when your uncle, aunties, everyone were around, you were making noise. Your father was just kicking out from the room, but you were able to find a window and sneak into the same room. So my government kicked me out from everywhere, but I was able to find my window to sneak to my homeland. And now my window is my social media, They kicked me out from Iran, but they couldn't take Iran away from me. Through my social media, I'm there. I have more than 10 million followers, more than the Ayatollahs altogether. And I'm not an actress, I'm not a model. I'm just giving voice to voiceless people, and I'm being in touch with them every day. So clearly, yes, I didn't leave Iran. They kicked me out, but I am there every day. As a teenager in a very small village, poor family, I had black and white TV. I was the one watching mullahs, telling me what to do, how to think, what kind of lifestyle to follow. But now, all those mullahs, through their own TV, they're watching me. And they know me by my name.
Now, you were also the target of a kidnap plot, I understand, that was orchestrated by the Iranian government, or at least that's the theory. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, because that actually shows you that when we, the people of Iran, are fighting against mullahs, we are not just fighting for ourselves. Here in America, miles away from Iran, I was not safe. I was the target of the Islamic Republic. Yes, if it was not the FBI stopping the kidnapping plot, I would have been in Iran and executed, like many other activists. Just, maybe Americans, maybe your audiences, maybe people here, when they listen to this story, they think it's like part of fiction. I mean, kidnapping American citizen or trying to assassinate American citizen on US soil. For you, maybe it's like Hollywood movie or fiction book, but for us, it's the reality. Assassinating, kidnapping, executing is in the DNA of the Islamic Republic, and millions of Iranian family, they experienced this. Just 2 years ago, Iranian regime did the same. They actually tricked one of the journalists from France to Iraq. They kidnapped him from Iraq to Iran, and they executed him. Ruhollah Zam, father of 2 children. So that could have happened to me. And actually, I remember then when the FBI came to my house and they said that this time it was not about kidnapping. This time, the guy with loaded gun was arrested in front of your house. I was shocked. I was like, wow, here in America. Don't get me wrong, I'm not scared of my life at all. But it is scary that you see that the Iranian regime dare to challenge the US authorities on their soil. That's scary, happening in front of the eyes of free world, that the Iranian regime tried to kill, people abroad.
So why aren't you afraid?
To be honest, I don't want to say that I'm not afraid at all, because look, it's not just about me. It's about my stepchildren. It's about my husband. It's about my neighbors, my beautiful neighbors in Brooklyn. Of course I'm scared of their lives as well. Like, imagine if the guy had opened fire in Brooklyn. How many of my neighbors would have been killed? It is scary, but